Guys, well, thank you very much for jumping on here. It's Jeff Ross, your caffeinated kangaroo, and I've got my mate Aaron Byerly from up the Sunshine Coast, another Aussie legend. This guy's been in this industry for over 2 decades, going on three. And I've got to say, like this opportunity that we're talking about today, Shopley is its name. It's the new kid on the block. You may have heard of it if you haven't been sleeping under a rock yet. But I actually said no to this. My good mate Kevin Shabbat, I met him in Mexico in December on a dream trip last December. And we got chatting, we got talking away. And I actually met Aaron over in Mexico too for the first time personally. And the guys, we're network marketers, we're in this space. We know what a pitch looks like when we see one. And Kevin reached out to me and says, Jeff, you've got to come check this new e-commerce platform out. It's got something for everybody. And I said, yeah. I'll have a look at it. Anyway, I didn't. I'm pretty busy. I've got my coaching business. We've got our own other network marketing company and quite a few things on our plate. My wife, we're just closing down her massage business, and my son has MS, and I just, I'm one to, teach and coach. Don't get distracted. Bright shiny objects, stay away from them. And so I said no to Kevin about 20 times. And he got me on a weak moment on a Sunday afternoon. And I thought, right, 3-minute video, I'll watch it just to shut him up and say, look, I'm either in or out. And so I gave him the respect, that. So I watched it and it's like, okay, maybe this guy's onto something. And hey, Kevin, if you're watching this later on, you're probably in bed right now, but if you're watching this later on, man, I thank you for being relentless and being persistent and, getting a yes or a no from me because, man, you got me in at the right time. And I feel like the last 3 years of my journey specifically, I've been an online marketer for 16 years, but full-time in the network marketing industry for the last 3 and stepping up as a coach for the last 2. And I feel like, everything that's led up until this point, I've been a part of some amazing launches before, but this is like rocket fuel has been tipped on a bonfire and it's exploding. I've had people that I've reached out to that have said no to me left, right, and center all the time. You put this in front of them, everybody, the light bulb's going on and they're saying yes. And like Aaron and I were just talking about, the law of the leadership lid has just been blown apart. I would probably class myself maybe as a 6, maybe a 7 as a leader. But I'm reaching out to, maybe 8s, 9s, and 10s as leaders. And you know what? They're all saying yes. They're all jumping in. So this is one of those products. It's about timing. Yes, right now. It's the right timing. It's the right product. It's the right opportunity. It's the right people. We've got everybody who's been legends in this space diving in to, new people who are being frustrated with the industry for 5 or 6 years. They've had a little bit of taste of success, but nothing to really write home about, to now jumping into this. And there's something for everybody. And I'm going to get Aaron in here to do a bit more about it. But, I just wanted to share my story quickly about, my experience with this. It's gone from a hard no to rack off, you're annoying me, to I'm on fire, I'm all in. The last 24 hours, we've got 50, I believe, at the last count, have joined our team. We're in 9 countries. I believe we're already 5 generations deep, and this is like rocket fuel on fire. So, Aaron, mate, you're the bloke who basically brought this to our global shores, not just Australia. You're one of the very first in. You flew over to America, you met with the owner, and you come back and you've been on fire too. So, man, why are we so excited? What's this about? Let's share with our listeners and just spend some time with a bit of chit chat back and forth. But what got you pumped up about this? What do you see as the possibility of this? And for everybody who doesn't matter whether you just started out or if you're a seasoned pro, why would people want to jump in on this?
Yeah, thanks, Jeff. And firstly, I will say, mate, you're a solid 9.8 to a 10 as a leader. Don't underestimate
Appreciate
yourself
you.
on those 5 or 6s. But you're right, Jeff. And I've never seen anything like this before. And people will join a new shiny light. That's just what happens all the time. But
Mm,
I want to convey that look deeper at this. This is not that. There's new things that start up all the time. And
mm,
so if you're a bit more of a seasoned campaigner, a bit more experienced networker, then you're probably going to answer the call like I did, like Jeff did. like Travis did, like Kevin did, like because we've heard it all before, and we also know, focus is key, and there's a million things that are going to have hype but no substance.
Yeah.
And so, I guess for me, I answered the phone to Ron about 3 weeks ago, very much the same, and Ron said these words to me, blah blah blah, everything, and then he says, "Aaron, this is going to the moon." And I'm like, no, Ron, you couldn't have said anything worse. Like, lose the cliches, please. Everything is going to the moon. I'm not even going to look. Anyway, because it was Ron, I just kept listening. It mentions the name Terry LaClaw. I really started listening. And the more he talked, the more I thought, man, like, I think this may go to the moon. I just don't know whether it's for me. I don't know whether it suits my sort of style to build or not.
Mm.
And then so I slept on it, woke up in the morning, booked flights to Dallas, and it's one of the best decisions I've made. And I tell you right now, I was so close to not going over there because I thought I can watch the live feed. And if anyone is on this Zoom that watched that live feed, it was not the same. Like you could barely hear the audio, you can't get the feel for it. But for me, it's all about shaking hands, shaking hands with the billionaires, shaking hands with multimillionaires and these leaders in the industry. And so I just was trying to work out how I would put all this together in a simple form and then duplicate it all over the world. I get that it's going to be big, but how do I duplicate that? And how can the little person win?
Mm.
And that's what I'm always thinking of. I said, I can try and make anything work, but how does the little person win?
Yeah.
By the time the Saturday had finished, and this was like a 4 or 5 hour presentation, I was like, because I'm a numbers man, I was crunching the numbers on, you can get paid this way, 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 and we haven't even spoken about building a team yet. And I was like, well, I'm 90% in, I reckon I could make this work. I flew over with some of my leaders from the Philippines. She was just like, I'm in. And I'm like, well, if you're in, I'm in. And then I reached out to a few people and they're like, I'm in. And then by the end of the weekend, building relationships, just talking to the everyday average person, like, what do you think? What do you think? How would you build this? What's your idea? By the time I flew home, I upgraded the Wi-Fi on the plane. I think there was 20 people in the team by the time I landed. But, we might dive into the nuts and bolts on why,
Yeah.
right now, Jeff, in a second. But that's kind of the message I want to convey is we've all heard it all before. Shiny light, new company, this, that. What I would say to you if you're watching this live, don't put this to the side as Aaron, Jeff, whoever, new opportunity, whatever, network marketing. No. This is a completely different business model that we've never seen before. It's a rebirthing of our industry in a time that really needed it.
Yeah.
And it'd be something that, hey, if you don't want to get on board, totally cool. What I would just say is deep dive into it to understand every single moving part. And then if it's not for you, cool. But I'd challenge you to ask you why you would say no if you give it the time. Because like me and you, we dismissed it. I've had other people dismiss it. Then they've deep dived and looked at it and just went, I'm so in and away we go. So yeah, we might just unbutton why that is.
Yeah, let's do that. I reckon that's probably the best thing to do, man, is just really tackle the why, as Simon Sinek says, start with why, but it's not about our why, and it's not about even the product's why. It's probably more importantly about your why, I reckon, and what is it, what's in it for you, right? It's all about, that transformational outcome result. Like I'm talking to some pretty big players, like millionaires, and they're all coming to me, Jeff, and say, what's the bottom line? Like how can I make money from this pretty much? But not just that, like what's the impact? How's it going to save me some time? How's it going to help me to take what I'm already doing and scale that up? My own personal why was I'm a coach. I've got a laptop lifestyle dads, the social selling and AI mastery boot camp and our signature program. And like I looked at this from a lens of from a vendor's point of view. And how can I use an e-commerce platform instead of Amazon or eBay, which I know I can't really sell a coaching program on there, but I thought, how could I use this to be able to put my coaching program on there as a product? But more importantly, how can I use my affiliate program that I'm already got established? And I know how hard that is to be able to put that together and how clunky ours is because it's not perfect, but it does the job. And if I wanted something that was a bit smoother, I'll probably have to go and invest maybe 20, 30,000. That's been conservative to do it properly and have a custom, affiliate program. But I know as a coach now that I can put my product on this platform and I can plug in my already affiliate army that I've already got, 50, 60 affiliates, plug
Mhm.
into this platform, have this platform take care of all of the headaches around, the commissions and the customer service issues and all of that. And that's what got me excited. And it wasn't necessarily about the money, it was about leverage, leveraging my time, leveraging our resources. And I could see how other people can get really excited about that from just that one aspect of this. And this is a pretty robust platform. But yeah, Aaron, like, what do you think is probably the why most people should probably, pay attention? And a lot of our listeners here are frustrated normally. Well, they average from frustrated affiliate and network marketers to aspiring coaches to seasoned marketing pros. So why would
Yeah.
you think you would need to jump on this?
Well, you nailed it. I mean, we created an affiliate program for our Airbnb course back in the day,
Mm.
and clunky is a word that comes to mind, and tough, and lots of moving parts, and this can do it all for you. But I think you made an important point just earlier. It's not about you. It's not about me. And that's how I started to look at this. Is I love to build teams. I've got from the first time I joined Amway in 1998, so 27 years ago, whatever it is, till now, I've just loved building teams. And I think I really enjoy helping people to be the best versions of themselves, to
Yeah.
grow, to them financially, health, whatever it may be, background in personal training. And so I'm looking for things out there where I can build teams. But what I came to realize was there are so many go-getters, particularly young go-getters, stay-at-home moms, but just the new era that's come through with technology and trends
Mm.
is so many people don't want to build teams. And this is half the battle
Yeah.
of building a network marketing company. I can go to that company, which is awesome. That company's backed by great money, got an incredible product, incredible science. I'm going to go out to the marketplace, but guess what? Still have to build a team to make a decent income. And
Yeah.
that customer's going to go, love the product, love the product, love the product. But your duplication and speed, just because it's 2024, it's just not what it was because people don't want to build teams.
Yeah.
And so I started to look at that and I started to look at the stats and the surveys and listen to these affiliates and influencers, which is a bit of a different world to what I'm in. I'm not
Mm.
so much of an influencer. I'm not dancing on TikTok and so forth. And I started to understand these trends that people don't want to build teams. And one guy got up on stage and said, look, I'm not here to try and make $1 million. It's just that I don't want to work for somebody. I don't have the skills to go and do all this. So I just want to jump in my car, turn on my Uber app, and I can make $1,000 a week, and that gets my family by. I'm like, wow,
Psychic.
okay,
Yep.
that's easy for him. Yeah. Someone else got up on stage and said, look, I make about $30,000 a month. This is a female, very talented in the online space. And she says, we're all about Instagram, TikTok. We just post products on there. I have also got a course and show how to people how to do that. But I go and go post product of the day. I put my phone down. I go pick up my kids from school, spend time with them, might open it up quickly at night, and don't want to build a team. I'm just like, man, there's a whole new world out there, and then we've got AI and all this sort of thing. So I looked at this and go, I can now attract and enroll massive affiliates, massive influencers that's all they want to do. We haven't built a team
Mm.
yet. I can also go to entrepreneurs because I've got so many contacts in the entrepreneurial world because that's just been my space for 2 decades that have no inclination to want to build a team or do network marketing. And I said to them, over the last month, I said, hey, you've got a product, you've got a business, you've got a service. And
Yeah.
so we've done like 20 Zoom calls with these guys that would never want to enroll in a network marketing company, but they want to come on
Yeah.
board because they have a product, a coaching service, digital, a business, a brand, and we're going to launch them in the vendor section. But then they start going, I can bring my mate in that's got this product and this product and this product and this product, and I get a 3% override just for introducing them to the platform.
Yeah.
I can bring in 10 companies that make 100K a month. That's $30,000 a month to me, and I still haven't built a team. So I started to think, boy, like, A, I can do that. B, every entrepreneur on the planet is a connector at least. And
Yeah.
if you want to come build a team and double dip out the back end with some stable residual income, you can do that too. So there's a few reasons where the penny dropped for me.
Yeah. Something for everybody, right? Like there's something for the affiliate network marketers, there's something for the vendors, there's something for the social influencers, there's something for the e-commerce guys. Like if you want to learn how to make money online, I don't think there's ever been a platform out there that has something for everyone. Like that's what I love about the robustness of this. And as you're talking there, Aaron, I've got light bulb moments going off for me. Ping, ping, ping. Like, before COVID, I had a full service digital marketing agency. So I've got
Yeah.
a Rolodex of like clients for 5 years that we served in that space, and I haven't been able to use that Rolodex really well, with what I'm currently doing. Now
Yeah.
I can go back to them. Prior to that, back in 2016, 17, I had an e-commerce business. I was one of the very first to, play around the drop shipping model. Adrian Morrison was my mentor, and we stepped into that space, and I was one of his first successful students. I did $1.6 million in 4 months selling a stuffed toy elephant. But I also know the headaches that created.
Mhm.
Having to build my own Shopify store, and having to
Mhm.
deal with my own vendors out of China and all of that stuff.
Yeah, been there.
Hey, hey, this solves that problem, me too. So,
Yeah.
like, I'm looking at now, like, man, talk about right timing, right place, and right positioning. With even just the Laptop Lifestyle Dads community, we've got 1,200 plus members in here. They're all in here to do what? Learn how to master social selling and AI, but they're all affiliate marketers, network marketers. And now I've just got another product, another platform that I can put in front of people to help them to achieve our mission. Our mission here is to help frustrated affiliate network marketers transform them into laptop lifestyle legends, teaching them how to make at least $10,000 a month online so that they can become the fun vacation parent fueled by dad jokes, of course, so they can focus on making memories with their family. Like that's the
Mhm.
definition of the laptop lifestyle, right? And now we have a product that doesn't just serve affiliate marketers and network marketers. I can go out and start bringing more people into that and broaden the scope. Man, love it. Game on. You see
I think
why
you
I'm
mentioned
fired up.
something. Yeah, and the more we talk about it, the more we seem to get fired up. I don't think I'm going to be doing Zoom sitting down anymore. I think I'm going to need to stand up because it's that exciting. But
Yeah,
you
yeah.
mentioned something interesting before is a lot of companies put together different platforms and different models and then say, go for it, knock yourself out. And then
Yeah.
it's up to sort of me and you to train our team
Yeah.
on AI, social selling. Here's how you do a post. Here's how you build your Instagram. And we'll do that here, no problems. But what
Yeah.
I also love is Shoply have realized that, hey, we've got a billionaire that's a founder of this. And so if
Mhm.
anyone's going to make this work, this is not just a startup with 60 investors or poorly funded because people have tried that. This is a billionaire that's been in this game for a couple of decades. Over the last 10, 12 years, he's done all of this. He's got his own banking, his own merchants, his own shipping, his own logistics, his own manufacturing, warehouses all over the world. And so we've got that good backing. We've got the CEO of the Century, Rod Larson. We've got the president of the Century, Nick Saracola. We've got the chief visionary officer of the Century, Mr. Ron Williams. And so we've got a star-studded executive team to make this happen. But they're also really awesome and honest to say, hey, look, we're all, 40-year-old guys that are super talented, but I haven't updated my Instagram in 2
Yeah.
weeks. And so we need the talent to come in and put the money where our mouth is because this is what we're doing.
Yeah.
We don't want you guys just to work it out with an external course. So we're bringing the very best people in AI, the very best people to make your socials go viral, the very best person. If you shoot a video, how do you get that to go viral and get traction? Here's the algorithm and grow your social. We're bringing all these males and females in that are crushing it in their own right, and
Mm.
they're going to train you for free in
Mm.
Shoply. So you can apply this to Shoply. You can apply it to your real estate business or your gym or whatever, but you need one way or the other to have this educate. If you're going to be an entrepreneur in business between now and the next decade, and you don't learn this stuff, that's your fault. And I'm
Yeah.
sorry,
Take
but
ownership.
you
Yeah.
cannot bury your head in the sand anymore on socials. Like you can't be in business and not be on socials and post every day. You can't be in business and not utilize AI. It's just where
Yeah.
it's going. And if you don't do it now, you're going to get left behind. And so we've got the best of the best. Like if you're a celebrity and you want to grow your social and monetize that, a business, a brand, want to go viral, you go and hire Dan Fleshman. Like he is the gun right now in the world to make any brand go viral. We have him in Shoply to educate you guys and all these other fantastic educators. So we've got that in a digital space as well as some incredible physical products. And then we can start to bring on these quality, affordable, incredible
Mm.
products locally in India, in Philly. And this has always been the trouble, right,
This is
Jeff? You've been
global.
around.
Yeah.
If you join a company, 99% of the time it starts in the US, goes to Canada. Sometimes they launch globally. Sometimes they go country by country. Eventually we wait for it to get to Australia here. I reached out to companies before Shoply and said, hey, I love what you're doing. I'll launch in Australia. Yeah, no worries. still haven't launched outside the US, like no real international plan. And even when they do, we still have to wait for TGA approval, and then Canada has to register their products, and then the Philippines. And by the time that all happens, we've lost them. Or they're paying expensive shipping fees to get the
Yeah.
product to the Philippines. What about if we had quality products locally made in the Philippines that they love, that were affordable, that shipped out locally? Well, there's your answer to the Philippines, Australia, India, wherever it is, and away we go. We're doing that in the first 90 days here. So every objection, every slow moving part, every frustration, not saying that this is going to be perfect. I'm not saying there's not going to be road bumps and frustrations, but all those old frustrations that we've had in the old model are now gone. And so I'm
Yeah.
just super looking forward to the launch.
And
And I know some of the products that are coming on that we're going to be promoting, Jeff, and it's going to be so much fun.
game on, let's go. But what the other thing I'm just sitting here reflecting, and the other thing I'm really paying attention to right now is this shift in the industry. Because there is one, like, we've seen big companies in the makeup space, in the skincare space, shift from the whole MLM industry to an affiliate model, right? Because they're going where the best advantage for everybody is. They're looking for the win-win-win. And MLMs, and you hit the nail on the head too. Like, the little guy, the person who gets frustrated in this space is because of the whole team building exercise. So these even on the flip side of these big companies, they're all just seeing the noise and the disgruntled, the noise from all of their distributors, and then they're also seeing the noise from all of their consumers and going, well, we need to shift. And so there is a shift. We can't deny it. But how do you see Shopley getting in there and helping, facilitate the shift for good to bring, to good into the world, and how it's going to play its role in that?
Yeah, well, it is the solution, and it's a solution that entrepreneurs and networkers have been looking for, whether they knew it or not.
Mm.
And so you're exactly right. You've got network marketing companies, and I'm speaking generically and stereotype here, that are just
Yeah.
super stagnant,
Yeah.
going backwards. They're at least not in momentum. And I'm not, there's still one or two great companies out there I can think of that are doing really well and growing,
Mm.
but they've got an exceptional, crazy good product.
Yeah.
And so everyone's heard it all before. You might have the best protein powder, skincare, antioxidant on the planet. It's just that that's what he's saying, she's saying. They've all heard it all before.
Yeah.
And so it's just reached that point where everything's cannibalizing each other, and nothing's really growing in momentum. So networkers are looking for, where can I go that's my 20, 30-year home, that I can build a stable, long-term residual income with the handcuffs off and feel safe and protected. And the answer to that is Shopley. And I start to see some of a lot of companies just aren't even waking up to this and can't work out how to dig themselves out of the old hole. But the ones that do, younger owners, a little bit more aware of it, they've created an affiliate program inside their network marketing company, which is
a hybrid.
smart. They've taken action, and they've gone, this is what people want. The people that don't want to build a team, let's take the 10 or 20% direct bonus that we get for promoting your product. Let's do a 50, 60% direct bonus. And they're like, hallelujah, check us out. We're amazing.
Yeah.
And I don't want to bag any other company or anything like that. And I think that's great that they're doing that. The problem still becomes, 50, 60 bucks is better than 10 or 20, but now you've got 6 products that you can be an affiliate of.
Yeah.
And then if you try and promote any other products, any other companies, you get terminated, right? So Shopley's that answer where the handcuffs are off. We can market a range, like thousands of different products. Give you one example. We've got a friend that's bringing in massage chairs into the ecosystem. They're about $6,000. He's giving away $500 to each affiliate. So now the affiliates and influencers come and go, $500, fantastic. My audience just buy whatever I say, and my audience are high-end rich guys.
Yeah. It's the Oprah Winfrey effect, right?
Yeah. So they go, $500 is better than $50. And so we've got that solution, not just 6 products, but thousands of products, not just $50, but thousands of. And so I think it's the solution, it's the answer, whether you kind of know that's what you need or not. Because I just feel that one-dimensional company now, it's going to be really tough for them.
Yeah. Look, you can't deny it. There's a shift, right? And as a business owner for the last 20 years, like one of the things you get taught is to look for the bell curve. Like, you look for the S curve, and when it starts to plateau and starts to go down, that is the time you make a transitional change to do something not just better, but to do it different. And,
Yeah.
and that's what I love in here. This is an industry changer. I would even say it's an industry saver in this
Mm.
space because it's coming in and it's challenging the status quo. But what it's doing is it's going to create a new S curve, and new growth. So yeah, love it to be a part of it. We do have just a couple of questions in here. Just looking at the comments though. So we've got Mike Halchuk. I'm not sure if I can pronounce that name right, mate. I'm a little bit hopeless with that. So please apologize if I butchered your last name. But Mike's just asking, Aaron, who's the owner?
Terry LaCour. So
Terry.
you can Google Terry LaCour, LaCour Logistics, LaCour Enterprises, based in Dallas, Texas, billions of dollars of assets and been in the direct sales space for a very long time. So he's the sole owner. And, then you've got the executive team of Ron, Rod, and Nick, and I'm sure they'll get, their dividends. But they're on the executive board as well. So yeah, Terry LaCour is the owner of Shoply and the founder. So he had the idea for this about 4 years ago. He started because he's so in the space, right? Like he's manufacturing products for these direct sales companies, 200,000 square foot in Dallas, Texas. And he's doing it for the influencers and the affiliates. He's got software, comp plans, shipping, and he's seeing all of these different niches and individuals and models cannibalizing each other. So he
Yeah.
had this idea 4 years ago. What if we brought it all in? And I tell you what, if we did it 4 years ago, it would have been a bit before its time, might not have had the traction. And then about 12 months ago, he says, I'm going to do it. Like, I'm putting like whole resources, all my funds, products,
Yeah.
infrastructure, everything into like the last dance. And we're going to go do this. He started coding and getting tech ready, the website ready, everything like that. And about, 3, 4, 5 months ago, we started putting the executive team together and just launched last week. So yeah, Terry LaCour, I wouldn't be here if it wasn't for that name in the same
Yeah.
sentence.
There you go. So another question that's just come up is what is the key difference between Shoply being an e-commerce platform versus Shopify or Amazon?
Yeah, I just think it's multi-dimensional versus one-dimensional is probably a way to sum it up. Like you can go put a product on Shoply and make your wholesale retail, but you can do that on Amazon or Shopify as well. But do they pay you a 3% override for introducing products that you're not even selling?
Nope.
Most of them, no, at least not to that point. Do you get a matching bonus on a team member doing that as well? Can you build a team in Amazon? Yeah. So it's
Yeah.
got something for everybody, no matter what you want to do. You keep 100% of the commissions as an affiliate. So massage share, $500. You keep the $500. There's no fees out of that. TikTok might take 10%, 20% of that. So there's a lot of reasons for a vendor to come on to Shop. There's a lot of reasons for an affiliate to come on to Shoply. And
Mm.
then, of course, if you're an entrepreneur or a team builder, it fits all together and you can really tap into each one of those income sources.
Yeah. So guys, it's not just a robust product. It's a robust, multiple vertical. I wouldn't even call it a comp plan. It's vertical streams of income. Like
Yeah.
the whole term at the moment, MSI. So multiple streams of income, and I stand for it or you stand against it. I'm all for it. I know Aaron is, and it's about getting that diversity in your portfolio because, like, I know through COVID, right? I put all my eggs in one basket. I had all my eggs in my digital marketing agency. And I never thought in a million years that I would lose that overnight like I did. And,
Mm.
I niched down in the health industry. We got locked down hard here in Australia. And I just had cancellation after cancellation after contract being shut down. I had to let go of my team of 5 people working for me. That was a gut-wrenching experience. It was actually a
Yeah.
blessing in disguise because I was that workaholic father and I was on the road to burnout. And it got me to stand up and say, right, what do I want my life to look like? And what I don't want to do. Like the thought of building another website makes my skin crawl. But I love coaching, I love the marketing space, and I love helping people to be able to make money online. So, network marketing and coaching, it gave me the vehicle that I needed to be able to step in and step up and create a life by design. That's what I love about this industry. And yeah, like I said, we've got something for everybody. So I suppose the next steps, Aaron, what are the next steps for people to take here and how can they get in on this?
Yeah, you can join up with a free invite right now. So I think I don't like to be the hypey, get in now type guy. But how else do you put it? It's just factual. So the way that the front end income works, it's a force matrix. And so the second you click on Jeffrey's link and you accept that link and sign up, I mean, I was saying this to someone the other day. If you don't do that, I can't help you. You have no get up and go in your veins whatsoever because
I
it's
click.
free. It's free. And it may not be for you out the other side, but it's free. And what it does is when you click that link, it timestamps you in the matrix. And then people that enroll after that time fall in underneath you in the
Yeah.
matrix, and you can potentially earn some great residual income through that. And so
Mm.
that's what we're doing right now. We're just sending out invitations to key people that understand it and get it, or at least curious enough and smart enough to timestamp their spot in the matrix. From there, people can upgrade to wherever they're at. They can upgrade on the 15th of August to become, hey, I just want to be an affiliate. Great.
Yeah.
Hey, I want to be an influencer and tap into these income streams. Or I want to be an influencer pro and go all in and also bring in product to the marketplace and tap into that income source. So August the 15th will be sort of an important date on the calendar. At the end of August, start of September, we open up the floodgates for all the merchants, and we are game on.
Yeah. So for the next 2 weeks, timing is everything. Like,
Oh yeah, big time.
I said, don't want to hype it up, but that is a fact. And we've seen some big companies explode, and some of the leaders that were never leaders before is because they got in at the right time. And like if you're in the industry and been your finger on the pulse, you probably know the one I'm talking about. Been around for 18 months and it's got 1.4 million members in it now. And I know that the ones that got in on that early are the ones that are there now, cheering and helping support each other. But see, this is not about us. This is about you. And it's about getting in the right timing. It doesn't matter whether you're a big fish or a little fish. Like, let's get in. Let's see what it's all about. And I know that I've shared this live with our team. So, like, if you've been brought to this live by one of our, representatives, make sure that you reach out to them, not me, or to go to the person who invited you, and just ask them, say, I want my invite, please. Let's get in. And that's all you got to do right now. There's no risk. It's basically like getting a front row seat to, I reckon, the biggest industry game changer in not just the network marketing company industry, but the e-commerce industry, the social influencer industry, the vendors industry. Like, let's get out there, and you will hear me out the front. I always said to Kevin, said, look, I'm not going to promote this out the front. I'm just going to bring people to you. You can help me
Yeah,
do the
many
work.
times I've heard that.
I'm just going to bring people to you. You can help me do the work. You can do the heavy lifting, right? I'll pass the buck. But yeah, I'm all in. I'm fired up. It's caffeinated kangaroo style. I'm going to be shouting this out loud and proud from the rooftops, because I know this is going to serve basically everything that I'm already doing, right? This is going to be the glue that pulls all the pieces together. So if you're in, you want some more information, reach out to the person who's invited you, leave me a comment, hashtag yes me, and I'll reach out and we can send you some information, see if it's a good fit, and get your invite in. So Aaron, do you have any other words of wisdom or any other action steps that our listeners should take today?
One thing I'll just leave people with is I like this analogy. I feel like we're in the gold rush of something that's inevitably going to happen for businesses anyway. So it's a little bit like, Gary Vee always talked about, like what you were doing previous to COVID. One of the best business models was going to businesses and helping them get to pay on Google, to have socials, to do Facebook ads, TikTok, or whatever. That's a great business model.
Did very well at it.
Yeah, most businesses have got something going on with that now. Imagine if me and you got approached by Uber and said, hey, Jeff and Aaron, you guys are gun marketers in Australia. We're going to have an arm of our company called Uber Eats. We want you two to be the marketers. We want you to go to all the restaurants in Australia, and we want you to tier them up with Uber Eats. We're going to give you a percentage of every product that's ever ordered for that would be loaded. That if I went to a restaurant today and said, hey, have you heard of this Uber Eats thing? They're just going to be like, yeah, we signed up 7 years ago. We wouldn't be able to enroll a restaurant in Uber Eats today. I feel like we're there with this gold rush now, that in 5, 6, 7 years from now, people are going to go to businesses and say, hey, you should have an affiliates program. You should have an influencer program. They're like, yeah, we joined up with Shockley 3 years ago, 4 years ago, 5 years ago. And every business will have an affiliate or an influencer program if they want to be competitive. It's so low overhead, so high traction. We have that opportunity to get in the trenches now, for Jeff to be the person that invited that business, for Aaron to be the person that invited that business. For me, this is, and normally what I do is I'm a bit of a homebody, Jeff. Like, I've got a farm, 30 acres, kids, love spending time with my family. I work from home, do Zooms, I launch a business, Connect. and I sort of work from home. And I'm the happiest just driving around on my lawnmower on the farm. And then I'll go out and I'll do live events every now and again. And with this, I'm going back 10 years. I'm getting in the trenches. I'm knocking on doors. I'm
Yeah,
hitting the pavements because I want to be the guy that brings in that fitwear brand, that watch brand, that
yeah.
jewelry brand. And I want to coach my team like 3, 2, 1. Okay, let's go, guys, because I get rewarded for that as well.
Yeah.
So I know the moment that we're in. I know we've got 3 to 5 years of that gold rush, and I'm going to capitalize on it. So just think about that.
I suppose the final point that I just want to bring home here, it's I'm really, really impressed, and it takes a fair bit to impress me at the moment with this is with leadership. Like and then just like the fact that you just said, like you're a leader, you've been in the game, going on 27, 28 years, and that you're willing to get back into the trenches.
That's
Like
how big this is.
that's
Yeah.
that's huge, right? Because like how many leaders do you know that will say that these days? And
Mm.
it's not just that, like it's the servant-hearted lead by example. And I know that what took me to have breakthrough success in this space was my good friend Kylie, who was that in the trenches leader with me,
Mm.
basically like my running buddy. Let's get in the foxhill, let's go to war together, and let's have each other's backs. And that's what sort of been my style of leadership the whole way through because I know it's sorely, sorely needed in our industry.
Yeah.
And we've got, just in our team alone, we've got Aaron, we've got Travis Flattery, we've got Kevin Shabbat, you've got me, and then you've got, quite a few other people in the team underneath us all. But it's not about, my team, your team. This is our team. It's our big, one big family, big cliche about it. But it's about we've got all each other's back and we're just having amazing fun with this. And the fact that like, we've got some, legends and titans getting in, getting their hands dirty, like that's exciting. Like, and yeah, very inspiring. So
100%. And I want to say to the females out there, get on this because I know that if I fast forward 2 years from now, Shopley's going to be 70, 80% female.
yes.
Uh, and right now, I feel like, I mean, there's a ton of girls in this that are talented, but it's kind of a bit male dominated at the moment.
Mm.
And I don't know where it's going to go because it always comes out the other side. They're the best at the influencer, the socials, the
Yeah,
networking.
the
And so we want to get that culture going as well. And we've got some incredible female leaders in this space as well. Our team's called Team Influence, and we want to be the influence that brings out the best in everybody. And so, yeah, it is a great team culture. There's a lot of mentors, programs, and uplines that you just can't get hold of the person. They just don't get back to you. They don't jump on Zooms. They certainly don't travel and do live events. That's my forte. I love doing it. So, if you're someone that's done a little bit in this space, we want to elevate you with, that mindset, the skills, and then the tools to go out there and do it. And I was talking to someone about this the other day that's been in the industry a long time that has the skill, has the mindset, has the work ethic. They just haven't been able to find the right vehicle. And that's an important one. That the right vehicle doesn't come along that often. You'd be pushing a boulder up a hill because the vehicle's not quite there. And we talk about the traditional network marketing model. The vehicle is here, tap into what we've got, and it's your time. It can be your time. You only have to be right once.
That's it. And it is all about timing right now. So let's go. Let's get in. Let's stay caffeinated. Let's stay legendary. That's all we have for today, guys. We'll be doing more calls with Aaron as we go. Aaron's got some awesome overviews lined up as well to get into the detail of the product and the vertical income streams and how this all works, bottom line stuff. But right now, it's about just getting in and leading with excitement, leading with passion and some posture, and just getting yourself time stamped. That's all that's required right now. There's nothing, no risk in that, right? And then you can get a front row seat to, I reckon, to the best industry changer in the game. So thank you, Aaron. Thank you very much for, saying yes to jumping on this call with me. I truly appreciate you. I know that you're a very busy man and, but you just got such an awesome servant leader heart. So really looking forward to going on this wild ride with you. It's been very exciting this first 72 hours. I can't wait to, go on a trip with you and just go back and reminisce and do all of that.
Absolutely. It's going to be fun.
So cool. All right, guys. Well, thank you for your time. That's all we have. And we will be back with another one later down the road. But thanks for your time. Bye for
Thank
now.
you, Jeff.
Cheers.